Hey everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood cousin Darren coming to you one more time from the fantastic Highland Glen Park that we're going to have our family reunion at September 3rd, 10 a.m. starting. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to break in with you guys is, believe it or not, I was kind of a TV head when I was a kid, and about 4 hours of watching time that I did, and we had our Mr. Rogers, we had our Sesame Street at the time, an electric company, and if you haven't seen the old electric company, I would highly recommend that on YouTube. But there was a local lady called Miss Julie from the Romper Room, and she had this shtick that she used to do for us when she would look in at the very end of the program, and she would say, and I want to talk to all the boys and girls out there in TV land. And she'd grab herself a little funky looking mirror, and she'd start talking and naming names. And while Darren at the time was not that normal of a name, and not normal as it is right now, but she'd always talk about Tommy and Johnny and Sally and Sue. And I would always wish that she was talking about my name. So one of the things that I wanted to do for our reunion here is to let you know who we would like to see there on September 3rd. So in that vein of Miss Julie, you got Mr. Darren here, and we want to be able to see those individuals that we love the most here at the reunion, of the likes of Zachary and his wonderful bride and his family that he's got going. We also want to see Solana and her husband with their dog if they want to be able to bring him. We also want to see Kenny and his little Mac and the little brother or sister. No, it's a brother. It's a brother that they're getting on with real soon. We'd also like to be able to see.
Hey cousin, how are you? Hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
I haven't seen you since we celebrated Uncle Rance's life at the funeral. Holy cow.
That was a fun time. That was a great hour and a half of laughing and chuckles with that.
That was a great little mini reunion, for sure. And it just made me realize how much I miss all my cousins, even the ones that live local. Imagine them running into each other here.
Well, we got most of them here in Utah.
We do have a lot in Utah now.
Yeah, we got everyone out here mostly at, we've got the Rance Joneses, we've got the Rowan Joneses, and we got a good portion of the Pospicals coming this way.
Certainly the oldest gang of them all.
Yeah, the most prettiest one.
Okay, I'm sending you the check later, but seriously, getting us all together anymore. We've all kind of expanded in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
And everybody's growing families, and I know it's a little bit challenging to throw everyone. We used to make that trek down here in the summers. You remember those days?
Yes, and we made that trek going up there. 114-degree weather in the middle of July. Holy man.
You know, I think that actually contributed tremendously to the great relationships we saw at Uncle Rance's funeral.
Indeed.
In fact, to put that many cousins, there's cousins in there that I had not seen in decades.
So, who would you like to see at the reunion?
Well, you know what? We've Bren and Brandy, from Kim's kids. There's Brian. We know Bryce is on a mission. He's serving in Colorado. We'll be thinking about him. And then I'm trying to think. So Abby's got a brand new grandbaby, like you mentioned.
Oh yeah, Cammie just barely had a child.
But we've got Jared over here, another state over, and his family. He's got a couple of kids now, and then there's Jens and Ez, and they're still at home. So I say bring them. And then my brother Alex, he moved to Idaho this last year.
Now Sierra's married, right?
Sierra's married and has a Ben.
Oh.
So I'm thinking they should probably come on down too, because I think there's some cousins they've never met as well.
No pressure whatsoever.
No, but there's so many of us. I gotta tell you, let me share a quick story.
Sure.
At the funeral, I'm out in the hallway and I'm watching my little niece Naomi. It's Ashley. Ashley also lives in Idaho, and she's got this little 2-year-old, 3-year-old Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Felicity. It's Jeff's youngest daughter, and they're holding hands. They had just met for the first time ever. They didn't even know each other existed, and they were besties the whole time. And here's your dad walking down the hall, and I'm watching these two girls walk in front of him. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks that these girls need some more opportunities to be able to get together and know who each other is. And that generation deserves what we've had with our generation.
Exactly.
If we can get in a room and know who each other is.
Now, we do want to get the first generation cousins together by every means. You need to come. But we also want to get that second generation in here too, to be able to let them know who they're related to and who, you know, started this crazy ride with everybody, with Vertibell and with Richard. It's a fantastic way to be able to do this, and we can do that on September 3rd. Who else would we like to see? We'd like to see not only Rachel and Lindsay and Malcolm and Dimitri, my kids, but also we'd like to be able to see Randy's. We've got Annette and
Randy and Jessica and Jeff
and Randy Jr.
and Randy Jr.
I don't know what. Sorry about.
See, we're gonna need a chance to get all these names down.
And this old man brain, I'm forgetting names like no other. So we need to refresh our memories with that. So again, everyone, September 3rd, what we're going to need to do, and this is the official, we need to call for a head count who's going to be there on September 3rd for food reasons, as well as for the tournament, for expecting who's going to be here. We do need to be able to...
Okay, just a minute. Let's get serious. We have prizes. Like, we've got prizes, we've got crazy fun games, and there are prizes, let alone really great food, just so you know.
And, you know, we could possibly throw one of the older ones into the pond over here just for fun.
Now, we will be banning Monopoly, Clue, and Yahtzee games.
Yeah,
But we do have some really fabulous games for the kids.
Yeah. Thanks to Matt and Nathan for the banning of those games. All right, so we've got everything going that way. Can you think of anything else that we need to tell them at this time?
You know, just whatever it takes to get here. There's a lot of work going into making sure you're going to have a great, fabulous day. It's one day to get a chance to make some connections that could literally shape a legacy.
Yes, and keep those relationships going, keep those connections connected, and be able to have those that come after us have a reference point to who they're related to and who they want to stay in touch with. Thank you, everyone. Again, it was great seeing you here.
So good seeing you here. And thanks for all you do.
Thank you. And thank you. She's been part of the backbone of the organization of this, so it's been fantastic. Thanks, everyone. Take care. See you soon. In the immortal words of 5-year-old Tanya,
we love you.
We'll see you guys there September 3rd. Woohoo! Nobody thinks I'm normal. That's for sure.